I bring good news to all England cricket fans. Not only is the 100 back today, but Matthew Mott has been pretty much sacked as England white ball coach. And for me, it's probably about a year too late. I mean, I would have got rid of him after the 50 over World Cup. It just felt like nothing was really happening with him. There was just... I put it on TikTok and someone commented and it just perfectly summed it up, is that Owen Morgan and people like that spent so much time trying to take away the fear of failure that Mott seemed to just bring back into the side. Never really had any idea of how he wanted to play, or it felt like that they just looked at spreadsheets the whole time, and apparently that's not good enough to win cricket games. So who's surprised there? Now, Rob Key's come out and, well, hasn't come out, but been rumoured that he's looking at Owen Morgan for the head coach of the white ball job. But it looks like that he wants to stay at Sky and that he doesn't want to do it, which is fine, I guess. England's greatest ever white ball captain, probably the greatest white ball captain, would do an amazing job at head coach, but he's got a pretty cushy job at England at the moment, and do you know what? I don't blame him at all if he doesn't want to do it. I'd like to see him in. I think the other rumoured names I've seen is Kumar Sangakkara, possibly, with Dravid linked to the Rajasthan Royals job in the IPL. I wouldn't mind Sangakkara in, that would be fine. Do you know what? I'd like to look at Flintoff. I know he doesn't really have any real coaching ability, but on vibes alone, I'd have Flintoff. I reckon Flintoff would bring the vibes to win a World Cup. I could see that happening. Now, I think the main point here is that Mott's gone rather than who we want to bring in. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, moving on to the 100 games that started today, and we are going to start off with the men's game, because that one was pretty dull. I mean, the women's game wasn't much better. Birmingham Phoenix bowled out for 89. 3 players got over 20. 25 from Rishi Patel, 22 from Jacob Bethel, and 24 from Benny Howe. Benny Howe looked pretty good. Rishi Patel played a couple of good strokes, and Bethel didn't look too bad as well. I'm now going to read out what sounds like kind of binary code, but it's not. This was actual scores. 10114011. That was the other 8 batters. Didn't go well. To be fair, Southey was 1 not out. So I guess you'll take that. They were bowled out after just 81 balls. Adam Zampa was the pick of the bowlers for the Oval Invincibles. 3 for 11 from his 20. He bowled 10 dot balls in there. Mohamed Amir also bowled incredibly well. 2 for 7. Saqib Mahmood, 2 for 25. Relatively expensive, but again, picking up 2 wickets. Even Will Jacks managed to pick up 2 for 8. Nathan Souter picked up the last wicket as he went for 1 for 27. When it came to the batting, Will Jacks went early. Tawanda Mu'ay, can never pronounce his name. It's always terrible. 23 or 14. He looked really good until he got out. Darren Milan and the captain Sam Billings saw them over the line relatively simply. 24 off 22 for Milan, and then Billings 31 off 28. So they were just pretty sensible about the chase. Nothing stupid. Tim Southey picked up the only 2 wickets. He was the only one to bowl all of his 20 balls as he went for 2 for 20. 11 dot balls in there. Abbott 0 for 11 from his 15. The rest for Birmingham Phoenix were relatively expensive. Not the start that they would have wanted to the 100, just for the simple fact of now they're probably... You want like a really close first game to get everyone involved. I have to admit, I was scrolling through my phone for most of this game just because I was like, what's the point? Like, they've been bowled out for 89. Like, it's all over. When there were 10 for 4 Birmingham at the start, like, it was just all over. I mean, 1 for 5, 2 for 5, 3 for 8, 4 for 10. Bit of a fight back. 47 for 5, 77 for 6, 85 for 7, 85 for 8, 87 for 9, and then 89 all out. You're never really going to do much from that point on, realistically. Finally, to the women's game, Oval Invincibles women versus Birmingham Phoenix women. Oval Invincibles batted first. Lauren Winfield-Hill went for 12 early, but then a partnership of 90 between Paige Schofield, who scored 71 off 40, which one of the best innings that we've seen in the women's 100. Like, it really was a serious knock, and she doesn't bat top of the order. They do have someone else, I can't remember who it was coming out, a Sri Lanka international that's coming into the side, who's going to open the batting. Alice Capsey, 52 off 40. Wasn't as quick as Schofield, but when they were batting together, Capsey just kind of let Schofield do most of the power hitting when they were in. Cap made 7. A duck for Harris, Maddie Villiers with 1, and Amanda Jade Wellington with 0. The Birmingham Phoenix women just looked all over the place. Like, they've got some really, really kind of experienced players, like Elise Perry captain, Susie Bates has been round, you've got, who else have we got in, Sophie Devine, they've all been round. Amy Jones has been playing international cricket for a while now. There's so many experienced players in that side that just, and they didn't know what they were doing. Like, they were literally chasing the ball around the field. I don't know what went wrong then. The think tank just completely let them down, and it carried over to their batting. Amy Jones top score with 21 off 15. 3 other batters made it to double figures. Emily Arlott with 13, Sophie Devine with 13, and Callis got 17. Apart from that, there's nothing to write home about. And then Amanda Jade Wellington, it still surprises me that she doesn't really get picked for the Aussie national side. 3 for 9 from her 20. Maddie Villiers picked up 2 for 17 from her 17 balls, and Cap and Smale picked up 1 apiece. Now, there was a bit of a controversial moment in the first set, whatever you want to call it. Marizanne Cap threw the ball at Susie Bates when it was just kind of knocked back to her, and it looked like she was a little bit out of her crease, but it's one of those ones that if you would have faked it, it would have been like, ha, 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 ha. But she actually threw it. And the umpires came together and gave him 5 penalty runs. Now, 5 penalty runs wasn't the lowest score for Birmingham Phoenix. It actually outscored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their batsmen. So shout out to penalty runs. Extras was the joint second score with those penalty runs, 17 of those. So yeah, no, it was a pretty poor performance from the Birmingham Phoenix, who had an absolute shocker of a tournament last year. We're just hoping to get off to a bit of a better start. Oval Invincibles obviously won the first 2 years, relatively mid-table last year, so hoping to do a little bit better than they have done. They looked good. When Alice Capsey's on form, like, she looked good today. Like, she plays shots that you just don't expect someone her age to play. Like, what's she now, 19, 20, something like that? I think she's 19. In 2004, yes, she's 20 next month. And just unbelievable, some of the shots that she plays. And then Paige Schofield, 71 off 40. As I said, one of the best women's 100 knocks that we've seen. It was very, very clinical from the Oval Invincibles, from both the men and the women today. Tomorrow we have Southern Brave versus the London Spirit to play. My pick for that is probably going to be Southern Brave in both of the games. I don't fancy the London Spirit in the men or the women's this year, which is slightly upsetting considering they are my actual team, which always upsets me. They usually suck. We were all right last year, but apart from that, we usually suck. But guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I very much hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to leave a like. Please remember to subscribe. We will be making one of these every single day that the 100's on. We'll be doing daily recaps for you. So if you do enjoy it, like, subscribe, comment down below who you think is going to win the 100. And put the little bell notification on so you get notified every time that I upload a video. Cheers, guys.